Hey guys, it's Kristen. So obviously I'm doing something different. So this is my Christmas tree. It's beautiful. It has been a difficult 2 weeks for me in my life. I think on my last video I had talked about there was my last kind of karmic cycle was coming up here, and this was going to be kind of the last big one for me in the next 14 years. And yeah, I'm gonna say a lot has happened. I have had no time really to make any videos. It's almost had drove me crazy because I wanted to get on here and do a video, because I at least want to do a video once a week, but I know I need to start doing a few more each week. Yeah, so I'm just going to talk a little bit about what's happened. So yeah, the first week of November, so this was kind of right after Halloween, my youngest son started throwing up and having fevers, and my oldest son was coughing and also having fevers. So that week they were out of daycare, I think for 2 or 3 days, and I was by myself, helping and trying, kids, whenever they're sick, especially when they're little, they just want to cling on to you and literally cling on to you. And I was not able to do pretty much anything really around the house. I was kind of sitting there and it was driving me crazy. But I love the cuddles and I love doing all of that. But sometimes when a lot is a lot for me, I'm not a very, I guess, always, I will admit I do not like clingy. I do not like being, but it's a lot different with children, and especially my children. So yeah, and I think, okay, so then the next week, honestly, I think that was when the solar eclipse happened in Taurus. So yeah, so the solar eclipse happened in Taurus. So this was like November, I want to say November 8th or 9th. And yeah, that was very interesting in my life. There was issues going on with insecurities coming up from relationship things, and that was extremely hard for me to take in, and it was pretty hurtful. Coming, basically, this was about me, and it definitely really messed me up, and I was actually doing very good. I actually felt great for once in my life, and was going to the gym and doing things, and it was on top of it. And then it was, I'm not kidding you, the night that solar eclipse happened, it was like bam. And it's amazing how someone could say one thing about you that is an insecurity or a trigger or anything, how much that can affect you and affect your life. And I've realized, especially I think a week or two after that, I've realized that it's more of, I need to learn to keep learning to love myself, and I need to not let things bother me, especially coming from anybody, doesn't matter who it is, that I should not let words affect me when it comes through anybody. And I needed to be more solid in myself. And I think that was a reality check for me, because I was like, oh yeah, I feel great. I'm in such a great mood. I'm doing all these things. Oh, I'm on top of it. Oh, this is great. And then it was like, bam, the universe comes in and universe is like, oh yeah, you feel great, okay. So but no, it really did teach me that I was kind of wrong about that, and there is more that I have to work on, and especially since this Gemini and Mars is retrograde right now, it is literally anything that has been issues in my life, especially that is me, that I've caused or I'm doing, is popping up everywhere. And yeah, so that was the second week. And then Thanksgiving week, literally that Friday before Thanksgiving, my youngest son starts throwing up. And then a few days later, my older son started throwing up, and they have the flu, both of them. And then my husband and I were, like, so we're not going to get sick. But no, we both did get sick. And also there was one night I had a fever. I checked, I think it was about 103. And I'm not going to lie. I literally felt at one point in the middle of the night, I think it was 2 or 3 in the morning. I don't remember what day this was, but I literally felt like how I felt when I was going through sepsis in the beginning. And thank God I did not throw up, because that causes my PTSD to come up for me, because that was the first main symptom that I had whenever I had sepsis and going in septic shock. And I was just sitting there going, if I throw up, I'm going to call an ambulance, because it's one of those things I have to check, because it really messed me up. Whenever you go through a life and death situation, it's not something to mess with, or it really does mess you up, really does. But, I'm still here, and actually I just took some ibuprofen, and then 30 minutes later, I actually was starting to feel a lot better. So that was, and honestly, I was only sick for like 3 or 4 days, and that was it. And I'm shocked, because the next week after that, my oldest son randomly one morning says his head was hurting. He goes in the bathroom and throws up. I'm like, okay, we're doing this again, and this is great. And he had a fever, and had been having off and on fevers, and we just thought that maybe it was just ongoing from the flu. I just didn't know. And then, he started kind of complaining about things, and I called the pediatrician. They couldn't get him in till today. So we get him in today. He has an ear infection, which he had tubes put in when he was 11 months old. They fell out already, I think at 2.5, but he has an ear infection from the flu, and then he has strep. So not only did he have the flu, but he has strep. And then I think my youngest, has been coughing now. Not only that, last Thursday, I think it was Thursday maybe. I can't even remember what day now. My husband and I had to go get a, like one of those little bed things that you put at the end of the bed. Like, it's kind of like a sofa, but it's also like a bed. I don't remember what those are called, but we went to go pick it up, because my oldest son is not sleeping in his room. We have tried to get him to sleep in his room, and he just screams and cries for over an hour, refuses to go to sleep. We've tried everything, and we don't want him to wake up the youngest. And my son's almost 4 in March, and so I'm hoping this is a stage. And this started happening too after Mars retrograde, and yeah, he's been screaming and crying, and then we would put him in our bed, and he would just immediately fall asleep. So we got that little sofa bed thing, and now we're putting him in there. So he's been sleeping in our room and sleeping on that. But it's hard because it's just no privacy now. And, was a time too where when we're both sick, or when they're sick, they get extremely clingy, and everybody needs a break, and needs help. And unfortunately, I don't have help in my life. I have very, very, very limited help in my life. And I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not even going to say that, oh, this person and that person doesn't help or do anything. And it's not anybody's obligation to take my kids or help me, I guess. This is just something that, unfortunately, I'm gonna like I've said before in other videos, like I have to deal with in this life. Obviously, I did something in my past life that was probably not okay, and that's why maybe I'm dealing with this now with literally less help with anything, and yeah. So it's unfortunately sucks because my mom's gone, and my dad works all the time. I'm not gonna ask my dad to watch my kids even when I really, really need help, because he needs that time to himself, and my mother-in-law works, and it's one of those things where, I don't have help. I don't have help. And there's people that say, oh, well, like, I'll help you, or I'll do this, I'll do that. And then the moment I actually get the courage to ask for help, it's always either I can't, or, oh, I'm doing something, oh, blah, 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 this or that. And that's why I don't really ask for help. That's why I don't ask for help, because this is literally what happens. And yes, I understand that. Now I understand that it's because I would really get triggered about it and really upset. But I've realized now that it's not that person's intention to really hurt my feelings or try to bring me down, but it's more of something inside of me that I've had to deal with in my childhood and now growing up. It's just, my whole life I had visioned how things should look. I didn't expect my mom to die. I envisioned everything differently than what it is now. And it's not even close to what I thought it was going to be at all. Yes, there is a lot of great things in my life. I am extremely thankful for the things that I do have in this life, and things that I have right now. It is just, I'm having to learn a lot of things right now, and definitely also learning boundaries, a lot of boundaries, because if I don't have any help and I'm being told, oh, we need to do this, oh, we can't have to go that, or go here, or go that, I'm sorry, if I'm not feeling well, or if I don't have the energy, I just can't. Even if it's family stuff, I'm sorry, it's just not it. I can't do it anymore. I can't people please anymore. This is something that I'm growing out of. I have people pleased my whole life because I thought that if I did something for someone, that maybe they would like me, or maybe they would get closer to me, and that didn't happen. And I think that's why people pleased more, because I thought, okay, well, maybe I'm just not doing it right. And that caused a lot of relationship problems. That's caused a lot of communication problems. It's caused a lot of problems in my life in general, because I've never learned boundaries. I've never learned how to say no. I'm not doing that. No, I'm not going to that. No, I don't have the help, so I'm not doing it. I have never learned that. And now I'm doing it. And people may start getting really pissed off at me or upset with me, and may not like the changes that are going to be happening, but I don't care anymore, because life is short. I've realized that now, that with my mom that's passed, And I've realized that I'm wasting my time with a lot of things that no longer serve me. And I need to start moving forward in my life. And I need to stop doing a lot of things that I have been doing constantly, habits, unconsciously, or not realizing it. And speaking of that, like I said, and I didn't even finish the story, and I'm so sorry because I scattered around there. Last week, we pick up the furniture, we pick up the sofa and that put in the house. My husband usually always parks over on the side of the driveway, or if he parks behind me, he always moves the truck. And there were events, like different things that, I shut the garage door inside instead of actually going and doing it in the garage. There was things I normally don't do that I did that day, and same with him. So this was not a coincidence. Like, this was something like God made this happen. I'm not kidding. God made this happen because there's just the events that had happened that I normally don't do, he normally doesn't do. And what happened, he was normally after nap, or if we take a nap, he goes and gets the kids from daycare. A lot of the times I will go with him and we'll take his truck. And he has not been feeling good and has been sick. And it was time to go get the kids. And I was up and I thought, to be nice, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go get the kids today from daycare. I go and open the garage door. I get in the car. And I back up into my husband's truck. Company truck, by the way. Yeah. I didn't see the truck until it was too late. The tailgate was down as well. So it was, I don't even know. Actually, I do know. I've had so much going on in my life in the last month and so many things that have been going on in my head that I inhabitly going, doing that every day and not even thinking about it. I had hit the back of his truck. And I was extremely embarrassed and like confused because I was like, what the fuck had just happened? Like, I thought I ran into the garage door. I was like, did I not open the garage door? And it was, yeah. And so I had to go in and tell him that I had ran into the back of his truck. And yeah, it was just not, it's just a lot. There's been a lot that's happened. And I didn't even want to even talk about all of this because this is like talking about me, but I just, there's been a lot, my dad's birthday is tomorrow. My youngest son, Wolf, his birthday is on the 14th. We're doing celebration on the 18th. We got Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, and New Year's. And then my mom's 1 year anniversary is in February 4th or 5th. I can't believe I can't remember, but all of these holidays right now is really been bothering me because my mom's not here. And all of these things that have been going on in my life, I can't call my mom and at least just like talk to her or vent, because that's what I would do, at least vent, because she couldn't really help because she was doing treatments and blood and things like that. But just to hear her voice and to hear like just to hear her, like, that's it, and I haven't she hasn't visited me in a little while in my dreams, and she hasn't come by in a little while. So that's also been hard because that's what brings me comfort, is when she comes and visits me and when I know she's been around. And I haven't felt her in a little while, and it's been hard. I've had a lot going on in my life with a lot. There's been a lot. And this is a karmic time for me that I am learning a lot. And I'm learning to change a lot of the ways of my thinking, for sure, and my habits, because, you know, everybody has bad habits. I mean, I just... But I'm still here, and I still want to do these videos, and I still want to bring my loving energy into these videos, and I want to help people. That's it. Because life is hard. And I want people to know that, especially people that don't have a lot of help or don't have any family, that it's going to be okay. You start to realize how strong you really are, and that it's not that you don't need people in your life to help you, or even just people in your life because you know that you can do it on your own. It's more of, it's easier to know who truly is there for you in your life and who isn't. And also to look at it in a different way as well, because everybody has stuff going on as well in their lives that they may not talk about or open up about. And I'm just very, very thankful, though, still, that I have, you know, things could have been a lot different. My kids could have got really sick and I would have taken them to the hospital, or, you know, I could have ran into somebody else, or somebody could have ran into me and either killed me or, once again, go to the hospital. Like I said, all of these things could have been worse, but they weren't really that bad. And right now, I know a lot of people are going through a lot right now. And I'm realizing that when things happen, when you don't want them to happen, or certain things that are going on that you just don't have any control, and you think you have control, but you don't, it's more of over-analyzing everything and making things that have happened in your mind, you look at it like it's worse than what it actually is. And then you actually get out of your head and you realize that these things that have been going on have not really been that bad. That yes, it has been difficult, and yes, it has been, you know, inconvenient. That's more of the word of what I would say is inconvenience, and patience. Having the patience to deal with the inconvenience and to deal with these issues and problems that are going on. It's more of just getting out of your head and stop making things looking like they are worse than what they actually are, and to see all the things that you do have in your life and in front of you, and realize that every day is a new day. And if you woke up today, somebody didn't, you know. And that may just be a cliche thing to say of, you know, oh, well, you woke up today. But I'm not kidding. Like, you woke up today. That means you still have something that you're supposed to do in this life. So go figure that out. Go do whatever you think that you want to do. I know a lot of people right now are still sitting around and go, oh, well, I'll do it whenever I lose weight. Oh, I'll do it whenever I feel like this. Oh, I'll do it, you know, next month. Oh, I'll do it after I have this, or after I do that. Or you already have what you need to have. I always, you know, It doesn't matter if you have the best of the best or if you have the least amount of resources. That's not what matters. What matters is what it's in here and what you're doing. What are you doing in your life? Is it meaningful to you? Do you love what you do? You know, do you want to continue to keep doing this? Is this helping people? So yeah. This is definitely a time of the year that we all kind of think about things and hopefully are thinking about how thankful we are for the things that we do have in this life and in our own lives. I just want to thank you once again, or for anybody who watches my videos. And I'm so sorry that I did not post the last 2 weeks. It has literally been insane, and I cannot lie and say that there are times, very, very limited times, that I could have made videos, but I chose to do something else. But I also chose to put my children first, and I will always put my children first when it comes to a lot of things in this life. But they're little and they come first right now, and if they're sick or if they're unwell or something's going on, that is my main focus. I love doing this, and if I could ever do a job doing anything of kind of speaking or wherever God is gonna put me in this life, I will take seriously, and I'm excited. I know that I meant to do something great, and that's not being self-centered, that's not being conceited, that's saying that's just how it is. And I just know it. I've always known things, and then they've happened in my life. So I've been very, very in tune with my body most of my life since I was a child. I'm just continuing to try to get more in tune with my gifts that I have in this world, and putting them more out there, and finding more people that are like me who want to help other people. And so I'm going to sign off here and have dinner. I think I don't know if it's already midnight. I don't even have a watch on me, but try something different. Get out of your head. Stop doing the same things that you have been doing all the time, because we weren't meant to keep doing the same things all the time. We were meant to do whatever. But yeah, get out of your head. Get out of your head. Stop thinking things are worse than what they are. You know, do something different. Be different. I'll see you guys whenever I see you guys. I'm not gonna jinx it. So thank you for watching my video. Once again, if you have anything that you would like for me to speak about, talk about, any critiques, you know, I know there may be some that are that could be harsh, or I take it maybe harsh because I am a sensitive person. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a pretty sensitive person. Please though, message me, even if you want to leave a comment. Like I would really appreciate it. Anything that I could do to grow more, I definitely, I'm here to listen for that. So thank you once again. I hope you guys have a good week. I would hope to do another video. So there's something that I do want to speak about. So hopefully I will have the time this week to do that. If not, like I said, I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Bye.